So as you're looking for that, I can sort of tell you about the first game that we're going to be playing today.
Sure.
So this is actually one that our listeners asked us to bring back. It's one that we did on a past episode. You might recall our buddy Marcus just lost his shit when we asked him to try to figure out what's the real and what's the fake strain name. So we have a list of a bunch of different cultivars. Now we're going to be using Leafly as sort of our guide for what's a real and what's I mean, there's so much cannabis genetics out there today. Really, if you looked up some of these strains, I'm sure you might find someone who's doing something like that. So we had to rely on that. They've got thousands of cultivars. So if I said one today that's fake and you're saying, hey, Tanner, I think that's real. So don't at me. There's just a lot of cannabis. So I'm going to be giving you two different cultivars and a brief description of them, a little bit about their genetic background and who the breeder is. And I want you to tell me which one of them is real and which one of them is fake. So the first cultivar that we got is Magic Gumdrop. Now, Magic Gumdrop is a hybrid cannabis strain bred by Seed Junkie Genetics. It's made of the genetic cross of Bubblegum Sherb and Magic Marker. Magic Marker has become pretty popular recently. It's Leafly's 2023 strain of the year. And then the second cultivar we're looking at is Psychedelic Creme Brulee. So this is a dessert-inspired sativa-dominant strain from High Horizon Farms, crossing the famous creme brulee with LSD for a sweet, creamy aroma and a visually stimulating high. And let's be clear, LSD, that's the cultivar, not the other drug. Yeah, there's a famous weed strain called LSD. It's supposedly more psychoactive. So which one of those is real? Is Magic Gumdrop real, or is Psychedelic Creme Brulee real? What do you guys think?
I guess I'm going to go with Magic Gumdrop, but wow, even odds.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Magic Gumdrop, not real.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, breaking the tie. What do you think?
You know, I do think it's Psychedelic Creme Brulee because, and here's why. I think that the Leafly strain of the year was Permanent Marker and not Magic.
Oh, you are right about that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why.
Yeah.
You know what? But can I just say that you guys did this? You strain namers, like you did this ridiculous shit.
Oh yeah. So
it's so goofy.
So you're totally right about Permanent Marker being the cultivar of the year. That was my mistake. Unfortunately, Magic Gumdrop is real. That is the real one. Psychedelic Creme Brulee I wasn't able to find. Creme Brulee is real. LSD is real. Psychedelic Creme Brulee not yet, but coming out. Mm-hmm. All right, we got a couple more here. The next one that we're looking at is Holy Crack. Now, Holy Crack is a sativa dominant hybrid, and it's a cross between the legendary Green Crack and the sativa-leaning Big Sur Holy. The other one that we're looking at is called Jesus Fuel. Now, Jesus Fuel is Divine Green's creation. It's an indica-dominant blend of Giesel and God's Gift, providing an uplifting high with a pine, lemon, and incense aroma for his sacred tranquility. Is High Crack real, or is Jesus Fuel real?
I don't think Jesus Fuel is real based on the copy at the end. The sacred tranquility doesn't ring true for me.
I'm going to copy Jen on this one.
You know what? We're going to have a unanimous panel here.
All
and
right.
It's not because of Jen's reason, but if Jen has a different reason than mine, then I'm for sure going with... Dude, Green Crack was awesome.
You do a more actual
Shout out
weed-related
2010.
reason. That would be good.
Right.
A lot of green crack in the classic lakes.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Dude, that was good weed.
Yeah, you guys got that spot on. Holy Crack is a real cross you can actually get. Jesus Fuel. Not that I was able to find.
If you find Fire Green Crack or Fire Green Queen, call your boy. Mm-hmm. Got that number.
Yeah.
Milstagrams.
All right, so I did forget I was supposed to be keeping score in this segment. So
That'll happen.
you guys,
I've been right twice.
there we go. You guys are winning.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah, I'm on one.
next one that we got here. The next cultivar is a Dark Berry Boogie. So Dark Berry Boogie is an indica-dominant weed strain released by the Green Bee in 2020, and it was made of the genetic cross of Purple Kush and Raspberry Boogie. Electra Fruit Swing is the other cross that you're looking at. That is a sativa-dominant jolt from Electric Eden. That combines electric lemonade with fruit punch for a tropical and fizzy flavor. So is Dark Berry Boogie the real strain, or is Electra Fruit Swing the real strain?
This one's close. I'm going to say Electra Fruit Swing.
Okay.
Electro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They're both. Either of them could be, but electro fruit swing sounds so ridiculous that I feel like you could not have made that up.
So unfortunately, I did. Darkberry Boogie is the real one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Although I would smoke some electro fruits. I don't know.
Tanner,
That
you
sounds
were on
pretty-
that psychedelic creme brulee.
Yeah, oh,
when you
yeah, yeah.
came
I think
up
what
with
we're learning,
that.
Tanner, is you need to get paid by some of these companies that
Ooh,
make up strain names.
Yeah. If anyone looking for a new person, I'm.
You got some creativity you're giving away for free here.
Thank you. Oh well, so we've just got more. So now, which one is the real strain name? Is it Crouching Tiger Hidden Alien? Now, Crouching Tiger Hidden Alien is an indica staple from Exotic Genetics. It's a combination of tiger's milk and starfighter, and it's a powerhouse strain. The other one is Control Alt Delete, sometimes also called Shift F6. Now, this is an indica. This is an indica dominant cannabis strain bred by Dungeons of Dank Genetics, and it's a genetic cross of Platinum Blue Breath and Platinum Kush Breath. Which one is it?
Second one you made up,
are you
and it
done?
was fucking
Yeah,
genius.
that's it. Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude. I mean, that sounds like these guys are nerds.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Second one's not real.
yeah. So unfortunately, both of these are real. Yeah, both are real crosses. You can either grow Crouching Tiger Hidden Alien or Control Alt Delete, sometimes called Shift F6.
Hey, I didn't guess one, so does that mean I won that one?
You win. Yeah. There you go.
Sam gets the point.
No, I just kind of forgot to guess.
So I'm at 2.
Okay. All right.
Jen's at 3.
three, I
3.
think.
Perfect.
Sam's at 2.
All right.
All right. So moving right along, we only got a couple more. The next one, I'm going to laugh so hard during this next two. The next one is Chem Bob Hash Pants. Now, Bubble Hash Wizard's hybrid of Chem Dog and Hash Plant comes together to form Chem Bob Hash Pants. It's known for its pungent, diesely aroma with earthy hash notes and a potent relaxing effect. The other one that we're looking at is Canna Montana. Now,
Canna Montana. Canna Montana.
Isn't
Canna
that in
Montana.
the bill? You can't do that. They have it in the law.
yeah,
You can't.
I can-
this isn't appealing towards children. This Canna Montana, it was bred in Montana. It's a sativa dominant weed strain bred by King J Genetics and made from the genetic cross of G13 and Chemdog crossed with Die Hard. So which one is fake? Chem Bob Hash Pants or Canna Montana?
For the record, if you watched both of these shows while they were airing live on television, you're old enough to smoke.
You are old enough to smoke weed. Absolutely. We went and checked.
Yes, that's good.
Hannah Montana was on early 2000s. SpongeBob even before that.
99, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Canna Montana.
I want Chem Bob Hash Pants to be real so badly.
All right, Jen, which do you think?
I think they're both made up.
All right. I so wish. So Canna Montana is actually a real cultivar. You can grow Canna Montana.
So you came up with
Chem Bob Hash Pants. If anyone wants that, please, I want to grow it. You can take that.
Tanner gets 10%.
Oh, I'd love it. All right, we only got a couple more here. Couple more. The next one we're looking at is Skunk Bin. Now, Urban Myth Cultivators presents this skunky indica. It's a mix of super skunk and trash can and has a really heavy sedative high and an overwhelming skunky and trashy aroma with a sweetness hint. The other one that we're looking at is Styrofoam Cup. Now, a Styrofoam Cup, also called MSG, is an indica dominant weed strain bred by Canorado, and it's cultivated by the Team Elite Genetics, made from the genetic cross of GMO and Sunset Sherbet. So is Skunk Bin the real strain, or is Styrofoam Cup the real strain?
I think Styrofoam Cup.
Styrofoam cup.
You know what? I'm going to say Skunk Bin because I think that GMO and Sunset Sherb is something else.
So that's a great insight. It is something else, and that something else is MSG, also known as Styrofoam Cup, because it is a real cross. Yeah, unfortunately. Skunk Bin is totally made up. All right, and then the last one that we're going with here.
Steve.
You guys are crushing me.
All
All
right,
right, this is for quadruple points.
for quadruple points, which one is the real cross? Is Roadkill Skunk, also known as RKS, which is an indica-dominant cannabis strain by Canna Ventures, and it's a cross of Invacanna and Skunk One? Or is Funk Dumpster real? Funk Dumpster is a hybrid weed strain made from the genetic cross between Fatso and Grape Pie BX. So Roadkill Skunk, is that real? Or Funk Dumpster, is that real?
You did such a good job with these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Funk dumpster.
Okay, Roadkill, I think, is a strain. And that's why I say that you did such a good job with these because, dude, all the crosses, like, you had to have done your homework for this.
I spent a decent amount of time late at night looking through and creating these crosses in my mind. And some of them sound downright disgusting.
Roadkill Skunk. I'm going to go with that, but just sounds so terrible.
Yeah. Jen, did you say which one you think?
I'm going to go with Steve.
All right. Well, this is everyone wins because both of these are real. Roadkill Skunk and Funk Dumpster.
Dude, I would be the neighbor in the apartment that was like writing down to the association, like, I smoke weed, but my neighbor's smoking Roadkill Skunk. And that's affecting me negatively.
That's probably how it got its name.
Right.
So there were a couple made up ones that made the cutting floor. We didn't end up using them. Nixon's Kryptonite, being a cross of Northern Lights and Green Crack, was one that I really liked. And then the other one was Anniversary Drop, being a cross of Wedding Cake and Time Warp. You know, that makes sense. You could see that. All right, doesn't matter. Well, so the final points that we ended up here, I wasn't keeping track. So what points did we end up
You
with?
guys kicked ass.
3, 4, 4.
I think I won by 1.
All right.
I thought I was going to like know. So I was like, I'm going to know some of these.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you have
Not
such
even
greater
close.
weed knowledge than I do, right?
I've just
I
seen
mean,
a lot of strains, and people are so ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
Sam pays attention.
I just haven't been around that long. I have so much to learn.
yeah, I think we all do.
I think that one thing that I'll never forget or that everyone needs to learn eventually is that the cannabis industry has just some of the weirdest names. Like, I thought when legalization came about that things like Alaskan Thunderfuck would be like left behind.
Right.
But nope, they were dragged right along with. And you walk in a dispensary and right there you see it. And I love it. I love that it's a part of this culture and that it didn't go away with commercialization coming around.
You know, it does make me feel a little silly sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But there isn't another way to do it. It is what it is. The stigma will
great
always
point.
be around, so there will always be more ingenious names.
That's a great point. And when I want to market my weed to, you know, like 35 to 55-year-old, like blue collar men, then I'm going to do like strains like Allen Wrench and things like that, you know,
Yeah.
like refinished wood, and, you know,
Like somebody who does candle scents.
right. Yeah, you got it. That I think that people do a pretty good name at a pretty good job at aptly naming their strains. You know, I think that one thing that companies like 710 really are trying to do is come up with 2 names, papaya melons, that really do a good job of capturing the essence of the flavor.
Yeah. Well, and I think what's so cool about rosin, you know, we keep talking about this, but when I was first introduced to rosin, it really was like a new way of experiencing that flavor profile.
1000%.
Like with the, you know, you got that bag appeal, you can smell in, you can sort of get that scent off of it. But I feel like through rosins, you just get that whole essence of the plant. I've had times where I open this up and I hand it to my fiance and she's like, I can smell the inside of our grow tent like 3 months ago. And I really think rosins are a cool way of going about it.
That's a great point because I've heard so many growers say, if you want to taste what I walk into every morning in my grow room, it's rosin. Which rosin, dude, think about the distance it had to come after, you know, shatter off 1,000-degree nails. Like, we were like, dude, I'm off of concentrates. I just want to smoke flower. That's that true, real deal stuff. I'm a pot smoker. Like, these concentrates were fun, great. These pens were fun or whatever, but back to pot. And then, no, rosin had a lot of work cut out for itself. And here we are.
But it's extraction technology, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and a little bit of cannabis history, because I just think this is so cool. Some of the earliest concentrates that we had were rosins. Going back thousands of years, people would take cannabis, put them inside of wicker baskets and stack rocks on top of them. And the sun would heat the basket, and throughout the day, the oils would just seep out through the basket.
Insane.
But even more recently, going back to like the 70s and 80s, rosin was something that wasn't necessarily a sought out extract, but it was made accidentally by vacuum sealing over and over all of this flour. And eventually you're getting this hot pressure pressing against it. Out comes little bits of oil when you're doing it maybe not super cleanly. Early rosin that people were sort of experiencing, man, this is the oil of the plant. And I don't know. I think there's a good place for BHO. There's a good place for other types of extracts. Rosin will always have a little special place in my heart.
Like, look at that, dude.
People can understand oils more and more.
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially if you're comparing it to the headier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Referring to it as an oil is a more approachable way to understand.
Absolutely. Well, and going back 6 years ago, you had like Fox News stories running about the danger of dabs in colleges and like local community schools, dabs. I remember being a student at North Hennepin and like reading this article on my phone and being like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do when I go home. And now sort of looking back, I think a lot of the fear around that was pretty overblown.
A little bit. You know, had I had a USB to smoke in high school, I would have been high at the back of class the entire time.
Yeah.
And people definitely were exploding their houses.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know if those were high school kids or whatever. I think people might still be blowing them up. But just please ventilate your house properly.
Well, and that's
make sure your family isn't home.
Oh yeah, and that we should be very clear that's why the solvent-based extracts are illegal in Minnesota. Rosin, I mean, you'd have to really fuck up to have that explode on you, at least as far as I've seen. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got some more games to play, but should we go do another dab first?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go do that. We'll be right back.
Northern Lights.